Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have the Tourney finals for 3 Ghost Ogre. And if we go ahead and look, it's about $76 for a first ed one, and so they can either win 3 Ghost Ogres, or they can choose $200 cash, and this was hosted by Dragon Riders Games. You can go ahead and check them out down below at the top of the description. It's their Facebook page, and also we see the PH in the name. You know what that means. That's the Purple Haze team. Shout out to them. So we're going to see PH, Combury versus Roberto. Alright. We see this name a lot, so we know they're on Dragons. We are going to go ahead and see Roberto win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot and decide to go first. 41 versus 41. Opening hands, we have Boots, Fusion Destiny, Wielder, Boots, and Tour Guide. And then they have Nib, Tiding, Driver, they bricked. Oh, that's just unfortunate. That's not what you want to see here. Draw Fusion Destiny. Then they're going to normal summon out Boots. And then special summon out Wielder. I don't know. Kind of. I guess it's like fair enough, because like if you get stopped, then you can like Boots in the Fog Blade. But I don't know. Like, Tour Guide like forces an interruption, you know? Like if they don't have an interruption, then you're gonna get a decent amount out of this card. I feel like that's like why you play it. Like if you play it, I feel like, I don't know. Felt like I'm pretty solid there. Cherubini, dump Graph effect though. And then Graph will go ahead and special summon out the Seer. Turn those into Rusty. Seer, special summon back out Cherubini. And then right here, they're going to go ahead and drop the Nib, pass over the token, and then banish Boots, go search out Fog Blade, and then activate Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny, go dump, summon Enforcer, and then Enforcer effect, they let this go through, so that's going to be popping itself in the back row, and then Enforcer Graveyard effect, and now they're going to set 2, and then pass play. Draws Chaos Emperor again. Like, this just isn't helping the hand. All of these are pretty bad. They can't do anything here. They said ugh. Yeah, unfortunate. Going on to the next game, we're going to go ahead and see Roberto go first. Opening hands, we have Storm, Pinkertops, Fusion Destiny, Torn Scales, Fog Blade. Like, wow. This is just a hand of like all good cards, you know, and like seeing like Torn Scales plus like a Fog Blade, like the discard is so free because it's going to be an extender later on in the turn. And they have a Recharger, Tracer, Abs, Lancia, Nib. Hey, let's go! They can play this game. That's crazy. Was the hand that bad? Yeah, no playable cards. I mean, was the hand that bad? They're playing Dragon Link and they set Tiding and pass. No, the hand was crazy. They opened Chaos Space. They were just waiting until next game. Normal summon Tracer, special summon out Abs. Then go for Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon, go search out Boot. And then they're going to get rid of those, go for Seal. Abs effect to go search. And then that's going to go grab the Tracer. And then activate Boot. Boot effect to summon. It's going to summon out Tracer and Recharger. And then they're going to get rid of those, go for the Papega Ruler effect to look at the top 5. And then they're going to grab the Nocto there. And then they're just going to pass. And I already know I'm going to have somebody comment down below and they're going to say, hey, why didn't they Tracer effect pop Boot to get Rocket Synchron so that way they could go into, like, you know, a Hot Red here. Then Hot Red would be pretty solid. Well, that would get them Dark Locked, right? And once you're Dark Locked, like if you get hit with Nib, then you can't make another Seal. It gets a little bit awkward. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely gets a little bit awkward when you're Dark Locked and then you get hit with Nib. And then like, you know, you've already gone through like your Tracer effect. Can be a little bit weird. Like we do see the Red MD in deck. This card helps play against Nib a lot, because once you get hit with Nib, then you can summon Red MD, and Red MD can summon something back off from the graveyard. So like in that kind of scenario, you can like at least end on a Savage every time. Then they draw a Tour Guide, See, these are just like all solid cards. Like you can't complain about a hand like this. They're gonna chain seal to bounce boot, and then seal second effect. Summon chamber, go grab tiding. I mean, it's not like the dragon player's in a bad spot or anything. It's just like, wow, like this player opened up really solid. So special Pankratops, normal summon tour guide, special autograph. Get rid of those, go for Cherubini, graph effect, graph special summon out Seer. And then they're gonna set Fog Blade. Guesses, you know, just play around like Ogre. They're gonna dump Stained, and then turn all of those into the Appaloosa. I mean, they're gonna be activating Seer effect, right? Yeah. Yeah, Seer, go ahead and special summon back out Cherubini, and then they're gonna go ahead drop Lancia. They're gonna chain Appaloosa, chain Nib, and I've been asked this question a lot. The Appaloosa won't actually negate here because it needs to lose attack to negate, but it can't lose attack if it's not on board, you know? So the Lancia will resolve here and will be locking them out from like activating the Stained effect or anything. And then activate. Oh, my bad. Kind of just like lost my voice there real quick. Yo, we are back. Sorry, I just like completely lost my voice there in like 2 seconds. Classic, okay. 3x for a reason. LOL. Summon out Enforcer, and then Enforcer effect, pop itself a Nib, Enforcer Graveyard effect, and then they're going to pass, draw Chaos Space, and this will come out during the standby phase, and then they're going to activate Boot effect to try to reborn out from the graveyard, chain Enforcer, pop that, Enforcer Graveyard effect, and then banish Light and Dark, special out the Popega Ruler, and then Nocto effect to special summon itself out. Then get rid of those, go for Romulus, Nocto. They're going to chain Fogblade to stop this. And then they draw into a Black Metal Dragon. Then Chaos Space, get rid of the Black Metal Dragon. Go search out the White Dragon, and then banish special summon. Classic question mark, haha, ja. Then go for Pisty, White effect, go search black. Said you have Nib. Nah, you should have a clear read on the hand because they Cherubini dump Stained. Why would you ever Cherubini dump Stained unless if you have a Phantom Knight to summon off of it, because they could have just dumped like Ancient Cloak if they didn't, you know? So card in hand should be like relatively known as like a Phantom Knight monster. You can categorize it as that. And they're gonna put back Striker, draw Saferd, banish special summon, and then go for Striker Dragon, Pisty effect, special summon out the Red MD. And then Red MD effect, special abs. Does anyone remember when there was that one LCS that they didn't use the errata on the Red MD for it to be like a hard once per turn? And this card was just insane and people were resolving it like 3 times per turn. Oh, so good. So good. Destroy Pisty, grab Recharger effect, special summon out Nocto. Then they're going to turn those into the Appaloosa. And then Abs effect, go search out Rocket Synchron. They already used Nocto draw when they went for Romulus. Imagine if this wasn't once per turn. So, yeah, quick launch should be in deck. Yep. And then normal summon effect. I mean, this is going to end up being game. You know, go for Quad Boral effect, pop, special summon out 2 from the graveyard, tiding, special out chamber, and then chamber, go search tiding, and then get rid of those, go for savage effect to equip. Said, I'm messing up. I still don't think it matters though, like, it's still just game. Oh, I mean, that looks so bad, but yeah, it's still game. Effect, gain 4,000 attack, pop token, negate Fog Blade, go for game. So, Going on into game 3 now. We are going to go ahead and see our Phantom Knight player go first. Opening hands, we have Anti-Spell, Ancient Cloak, Stain, Fogblade Boots. Hey, this is a nice hand. This is a nice hand. You definitely, I would not complain about this hand versus Dragons. And they have Boot, Lancia, Black Metal, Ravine, and Nib. And they're also not complaining about their hand. I mean, it sucks to draw like both field spells because like you can just grab these cards for free if you want them, but not complaining that much. Normal, special. Then go for Cherubini, drop Lancia, set Fogblade, Cherubini effect, Graph effect, special summon out Seer. And then they're going to get rid of those, go for Rusty, Seer effect. And then it's going to special out Cherubini on Resolution, drop Nib. And then pass over a token, Fusion Destiny. Please no for once. I mean, it's still pretty good. Yeah, go ahead and flip that. Normal summon out the Black Metal, and then get rid of that, go for Pisty, and then Black Metal effect. Also, because they went for Pisty over Striker Dragon, it's a read that they already have Boot in hand. Then they're going to banish, special summon effect, special out the Black Metal. Battle phase. This had 0 defense. Should just use Black Metal to beat over it. No? I mean, maybe they didn't realize I had 0 defense. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta write down in the chat, like, how much attack and defense Nib has, like, the Nib token has. Like, even in real life, you need to know how much attack and defense it has. Otherwise, you're gonna end up messing up or something, like they did right there, where they could have gotten an extra 2,200 damage in, but they just decided not to. And then go for Seal, set Ravine, pass, draw E-Telly. So not a good draw, but they do have a decent amount going for them here. Banish Ancient Cloak to go Surge, grab Torn Scales. And then they're going to normal summon, activate Seal, bounce Torn Scales, Seal, effect the special summon out Tracer from the deck. Now they're going to banish Boots, go grab Shade, and then set Shade, activate it, and then stain the special summon itself out because Shade was special summoned. And then this is pretty much just making Seal look dumb because like this is going to be able to summon out Torn Scales from hand. So they're going to go for a Link Spider and then turn those into Anaconda. And then banish Stain the special summon out Torn Scales. Torn Scales, discard E-Tally to go dump. It's going to go dump Fogblade. And then Fogblade for Rusty. Rusty effect to dump and set. So they're going to dump Ancient Cloak, set Fogblade. And then Anaconda effect, pay 2k, dump. They said think in response, so they're gonna Tracer effect pop itself, summon Recharger. See, like right now, this player should have lost 22 extra damage, so they should only be at 200 right now after this Anaconda effect, and that's a huge difference compared to 24 when trying to go for a game over something like an Anaconda or a Rusty. So they're going to summon this and attack, and then use the effect, pop Anaconda, and Ravine, and then beat over. I want to see how long it took them to switch to attack. Special summon. Ooh, hey, like, just saying. 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Kind of seemed like it took a little bit too long. GG's, bro. GG's, man. I opened so sad these games. I was too greedy game 2. Both fields this one. On first, just no starters. Yeah. Better luck next time, man. See ya. Thank you. See ya. Yeah, I don't read that, but shout out to Team Purple Haze is probably what they were trying to say there, something along the lines of that. We're going to see the match was only 43 minutes long. That's definitely longer than normal. Most matches are around like 30 minutes long on DB. But that was a pretty decent match overall. Like game 1 was just like really unfortunate. Game 3 was kind of like, you know, Anti-Spell really decided how the game 3 went. there wasn't really too much Roberto was able to do about it. Like, they Lancio'd and nibbed their opponent, and then they still won the game. Like, anti-spell is very, very strong, especially against this deck. I've always said this, like, anti-spell versus Dragon Link just always feels good. Even if they open up a hand of 6 monsters, like, anti-spell will still affect them because they always search out field spells for free. But, yeah, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and see Borby win the 3 Ghost Ogre. And, yeah, so now they're up a good amount of money there. And make sure to go ahead and check out Dragon Riders Games. Link down below in the description to their Facebook page and the DB Grinders. Signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.